What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Crystal, and today we're going to be jumping into the first episode of Pick Pong for 2026. If you're unfamiliar with what Pick Pong is, it is my monthly TBR game that I play every month to determine what I'm going to be reading for that month. I'll have the entire playlist linked down below if you'd like to catch up on all the chaos that has ensued for the last, I think we're at 4 years now, if I recall correctly. But yes, we are going back to our OG original rules, very basic, as you would have seen in December. It is going to be a matter of starting with 5 misses equals 1 extra book. If I get in the same cup twice, we combine the prompts. Punishments and rewards I have removed for now. With life being as hectic and chaotic as it is at the moment, I'm just trying to keep it as basic as possible so that I can get it edited quicker, out to use quicker, determine my reads quicker, film it quicker, all the other things, because I'm trying to do all of this during nap times and between work and chaos. So this is what's happening. Before we jump into our throws for the month, let's talk about how I did last month. And this is going to be really quick because let's just say I failed on an epic level in the month of December. I could just pretend this didn't happen and like clean slate it into January, but I'm not going to do that. So this was the books that I needed to read in the month of December, and this is the only book that I read in this pile. I loved it. I gave it like 4.5 stars. Didn't start. Audiobook ran out before I could get to it. Listened to about the first 10 minutes of the audiobook. I read other books in December, just not the ones I was meant to read. So I have one mandatory read for the month of January, and that is my book club book. We are reading, well, in my case, we are rereading because I read this already. This Is Going to Hurt. I don't know if I'll have a chance to reread it before the meeting. I'll probably just go based off memories of reading it the first time because I still have a lot of it in there. But that's it. No other mandatory reads. It's a pretty easy month for me in January. So let's have a look at this rose, and then we'll come back and I will talk to you about what we are going to be reading. Okay, time to shuffle these up and get some prompts in these cups. Ready to play. Well, that was meant to be a steak and that did not happen. I'm not refilming. So let's jump into throw number 1. Okay, so our first prompt is social media scroll. Prompt number 2, purple cover. Prompt number 3, I'm not going to say a fucking word because I just know this will go horrible if I do, is book club. Bless you. Prompt number 4 is animal on the cover. And prompt number 5 is how did that go so well? Prompt number 5 is, I was so worried I just forgot to hit record then. Prompt number 5 is new release. So I'm gonna go figure out what we're gonna be reading and I'll come back and talk to you shortly. So for social media scroll, I'll put it up here. You will have seen I scrolled and 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 scrolled. And it took me forever to find someone on my Instagram feed that was talking about a book that I already owned, because I've been so not on Instagram at the moment or much social media at all with regards to like book related content, because I've been trying to not buy new books. I literally only have all of my like backlist books at the moment. I think I have like 1 new release on my shelf right now, other than of course my Libra FM advanced listener copies that I'm still receiving. So it took me a while to find a book that I had on my TBR that was on someone's list, but then I managed to find the lovely Jo. She had Docile. So I have this on my Kindle. I've had it on my TBR and want to relist for a really long time now. So this is the perfect excuse to pick it up for social media scroll. So I will be reading Docile. I know nothing about this other than the fact that it's kind of like a dystopian-y queer book. I've had it on there for ages. I remember when I first got it, I was like persuaded to read this by someone on BookTube who was like talking about it in a way that really convinced me. I have not looked at the synopsis since. I just know I really think I'm gonna like it. Why? I can't remember. That's how long it's been on my TBR. For purple cover, I put a poll up on my Instagram stories. If you want to be involved in helping me decide what I read, I do put things like that in my Instagram stories. Follow my Instagram down below. But I put up a story of 4 different purple books. We had 4 options, and the option that was chosen, where are my books I'm reading this month? They were meant to be sitting on my desk. Oh, Crystal, you already pulled them over here to start filming. The one that won was Powerless by Elsie Silver. This is the next one in the series that I am up to for this. Don't even know what this series is called, but it's the next one in the series that I need to read. I hear that this one is some people's least favorite, so we shall see how it goes. Obviously hockey romances are all over the place at the moment. Everyone's obsessed with them. I will be starting Heated Rivalry today as soon as I get back from the twins checkup. But yeah, hockey romances are all over the place, so I'm hoping I have a good time with it. I think I'm going to go into it with a less cynical eye than a few other people have, in terms of like completely ignoring expectations, and just hope that I have a good time. So it's two childhood best friends on a road trip, I believe, trying to get out of the friend zone. That's all I really know about this. For Animal on the Cover, I am going to pick up a book that I added to my TBR because of Becca and the Books many years ago, and that is White Stag by Cara Barbieri. Apparently this is a Wattpad sensation, so kind of where everything's going at the moment in terms of all the new release romance that are coming out at the moment. I feel like a re-releasing Wattpad. So I'm hoping that this is a good time. It is a series, so I have this book but I don't have the rest, so if I read this and don't like it, I don't have to worry about getting the rest. Our main character, pretty much, she's the last of a bunch of sisters, and she has been raised to become the male heir because there was no man in her line to take the throne. So she was taught to hunt, track and fight, while all her sisters are now becoming wives and mothers. Then her village is kind of burned to the ground. She's taken captive and has to go work for somebody else. It kind of has the typical storyline of this person who was a human, was taken to the like Fae world, and now has to decide whether or not she wants to continue to fight for the humans, or start to fight for the Fae world that she's been kidnapped into and now has like connections with. So it's like that torn amongst the two type story. I feel like it's going to either be really fantastic because it does something original, or it's going to be meh because it kind of is the same as every other fantasy along this line. I hope it is the first option. For book club pick, I am obviously going to be rereading This Is Gonna Hurt. I will probably just listen to the audiobook of this because I ain't got no other time for that. And for new release, as I was saying, I do not have any new releases on my shelf right now physically. So I am going to be listening to the last Libra FM audiobook that I downloaded, which is Night Rider. I have no idea what this is about, other than the fact that it was the last one I downloaded and it had a cool cover. I know it's the first in a series of a cowboy romance, dark romance kind of. Our main character was attacked in her home, and so she goes to live on a ranch to kind of like be protected or hidden from the attacker until the attacker is like caught, I believe. And while she's there, she seems to potentially create a romance with one of the cowboys who has his own baggage. You know, copy paste typical cowboy romance, but I'm hoping it does something a little bit different. We shall see. So I have already started that. I think I'm like the 8% in, because obviously I'm filming this a little late in the start of the year, and I filmed the throws early. So there you have it. That is what I'm going to be reading for the month of January. He's hoping that this can get higher than 42 like it did last year. It was very low for the year. I'm hoping my reading mojo and my filming and editing and updating you guys mojo comes back this year. 2026 is the new year. There will be a video coming out soon talking about my rebranding and who I am going to be moving forward in 2026 and what the plans are for my channel, so stay posted for that. And until next time guys, if you'd like to join the conversation, you can drop in the comments down below what your reading goal is going to be for 2026. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.